Well, welcome back. I mean, it's been a 3-week hiatus because of our crazy lifestyles, and so
Been out partying.
yeah, totally. You know, rock on.
Getting high.
Maybe you.
No, I wish.
Not
I
with
wish
me.
that I was out partying. Unfortunately,
The married life is very lonely.
married life's not lonely. Married life is great.
Well, it's great, but it's great with one person.
Yeah. The only thing that really sucks right now is it's officially summer.
So we are now dying in scorching heat, and I'm sure you're dying more than I am because you're wearing black.
Not only that, I'm heavier than you are. I'm a fat guy.
You're a fat guy.
I admit it.
And I'm a stick.
Pretty much. And I fucking hate the heat to begin with.
I like heat. I was born in summer, even though I was born on the coldest day of the summer. But
I was born in the fall, so.
yeah,
I don't mind the fall. I don't mind spring so much. Summer, I fucking hate. I hate the heat.
I was born
Even living in Georgia, man.
Really?
I hate the heat. I still hate it. Give me 30 degrees, snow on the ground, the happy sky.
I was born in 60-degree overcast, so it was cold for the end of August.
But look at that. It's disgusting.
It's horrible.
But anyway, so here we are, episode 11.
Nice.
Like you said, 3 weeks in the
3
making,
weeks.
Because
it hasn't been really in the making. It's just been kind of asking each other, oh, this is what we're going to do, and then not actually doing it.
yeah. So let's see. We've got our top 5 list.
Yeah, like usual. We got our artist of the week and our movies that we've been watching.
Yep. What else do we get going on? Obviously, we've got our reviews.
Yeah.
Which, on the last episode, you didn't know what you were doing.
Nope, not I do have mine. No.
So the 4 movies are, for me, we've got The Wizard of Gore.
Which
From 2008.
Which one I saw because I walked in the middle of it actually looked pretty sweet. So.
And Jekyll and Hyde. Not Jekyll and Hyde. Jekyll and Hyde.
Jekyll and Hyde.
From 2005.
Right. And with me, we got The Black Dahlia.
Yep.
And 39 Steps, another Alfred Hitchcock.
I thought you were doing that. Oh no, that's not called.
That's not called, yeah.
That's right.
Yeah, I finally got next week all set up, so I'm actually prepared.
Good. We'll talk about that, of course, later.
Of course.
And we've got our comparison.
Yep.
From the 1932 Boris Karloff Frankenstein from Universal.
Which is awesome.
Versus the 1996 Mary Shelley Frankenstein with Robert De Niro.
I like that one too.
Okay, this is going to be a hard one for me. Alright, so let's jump into top 5. And because episode 9 you picked pretty much everything, we are doing the top 5 slasher killers. Not slasher movies, but the actual killers themselves. So since this was my list, I'll start 5. Number 5, Charles Lee Ray, better known as Chucky from Child's Play.
Which is, the first ones are awesome, but once we get into like
I liked 1
The
and
Bride
2.
of, and
I liked Bride. I didn't care so much for 3, and I hated Seed. I hated Seed Chucky.
the Seed was kind of stupid. But.
It was really stupid, and they were making fun of an Ed Wood film, actually.
How dare they?
Because
You'd be slapped.
Chucky's son/daughter, they called Glenn or Glenda.
Glenn could work either way.
Well, the thing is, you had the boy version who didn't want to kill people, and that was Glenn.
Right.
And then you had the girl who was completely psychotic, just like the parents, which was Glenda. Ed Wood's first true film was a movie called I Changed My Sex, but it's better known as Glenn or Glenda.
Make fun of it.
So, fun fact on that one. At number 4, The Miner from My Bloody Valentine.
Yep.
The original, not the 3D version that came out. I did like the 3D version, but I liked the original a lot better.
I didn't see the original.
At number 3, Freddy Krueger.
Which is awesome.
And I'm not picking remake or original because I do like both films, and it's just Freddy as general. He's one of the true icons of horror, especially modern horror. At number 2, Norman Bates from Psycho.
Ooh, it's just classic anyway. I mean,
And he really started it. I know a lot of people will say, oh, it's a psychological, but I really think that it jump-started the slasher film. And I know a lot of people would argue that factor with Michael Myers, but I think Norman. I really think Norman took it. And my number 1, I know it's modern, and I know it's mainstream, but I don't care, is Jigsaw from the Saw films. I love Jigsaw.
Jigsaw is, he fucks with people.
He's so twisted.
And then he kills them.
And the thing is, he's really showing, what are you willing to sacrifice to stay alive.
Right. Now, I gotta ask, what's your favorite kill from the movies.
From the Saw films?
Yes. Because I already got mine in my head, and
It's
like,
got to be from Saw 3,
okay.
and it's got to be the twist trap.
Where it twists the black guy's head and
Yeah, it does the arms.
Thank you. That's the one I was thinking of right off the bat. That would
The
fuck
twist
me up
trap.
for
The
like
twist trap
3,
is one of
4
my
weeks.
favorite, and actually my second favorite is the angel trap. And I think that's from number 3 actually as well. It's from 3 or 4. I think it's from 3. Yeah, because it's where Amanda made the trap that there was no way to get out. You actually had to get the key out of the acid before it disintegrated.
Oh, all right.
And if you didn't, the thing would spread out and it would snap your ribs and it would make it look almost like wings.
Oh.
And I love that trap. That's one of my favorites.
The trap I like, when it comes to like number 2 for me, it's the one where you gotta reach up through the spikes that only go in one way, and then when you try to reach your arm out, it
the
takes,
razor box.
Right, it takes your like
To get the serum from number 2.
Yeah,
From Saw 2.
That one kind of messed
cool.
me up. I was like, oh.
The pit of needles was pretty bad. The pit of
Oh
needles.
Jesus. Yeah. Ugh.
That was a nasty one. All right. So anyway, your list. Go for it.
All right. Top 5.
Go.
5. Ghostface
From Scream.
Yep. Which,
And it always changed because it was a different guy in each movie.
right. So, but the original one, I think,
From the very first Scream.
right, more original and.
Yep. I like that because even though it was serious, it parodied horror films a lot. Because you got the rules of horror in that movie.
Yep.
You know, don't ever say "I'll be right back." Don't have sex. Don't get high or drunk. You know, shit like that.
And the scene with the one woman in the garage. Remember that he puts down the garage door. Ghostface does, and the girl's like, "Oh, you're gonna kill me!" And he actually kills her.
Yep.
By using the garage because she tries to escape.
Yep.
I think it's hilarious.
That one was a good one. I like how they parodied that in Scary Movie with the fat chick.
She ends up breaking the door, and the door just slams down.
Yeah, the whole garage just falls on her. I thought that was pretty funny.
I love Scary Movie.
That was a great movie.
Oh.
I haven't seen the new one yet.
Actually, a little fast fact for you. I don't know if I've mentioned this before, but they were the original Scream movie was actually supposed to be called Scary Movie.
Really?
Yeah, that was one of the name suggestions that they were actually really thinking about, but they went with Scream instead. And then the first Scary Movie, of course, parodied Scream a lot, so it's kind of a...
That parodied so many movies. I mean, Sixth Sense, Matrix...
just a series that has covered years of just parody stuff.
I know a lot of people will say the first one was the best, but I gotta say that number 2 was the best. Because that parody of The Exorcist was fucking awesome. And then you got Hell House, which is one of my favorite old school ghost horror films, which I haven't seen in years. I mean, I just love scary movies. Anyway,
right.
Number 3.
Number 4.
Number 4, sorry.
John Doe from 7.
Great movie, we've talked about it. I think you gave it a 9, right?
Yep, something like that.
I think I was pretty close. I gave it like an 8.5.
So, but it's...
So it was right up there.
Because, I mean, come on, the kills he does, matching the 7 deadly sins, they match him down to like practically a T.
And as we've said, or at least as I've said, this is my favorite one, was the gluttony kill.
The gluttony where he feeds the guy to death.
He starves him, yeah.
Yeah,
He's
well,
just
yeah.
and he's like literally a mummy, and then all of a sudden you think he's dead, and the gasp just... I don't care how many times I've seen that movie, every time that scene is shown, I'd still jump.
The scene that really surprised me was the last one.
Yes.
Where the twist, and now he's like, whoa. So, but we won't talk about, I lost my list.
Did you kill it?
No, it's got a full battery. I made sure of that.
Well, alright, so number 3.
Jacob, good night. See no evil.
From See No Evil. I know you really like this movie. I'm kind of mediocre on it. I could give it I could take
I like
it. I didn't like the scene where they like poked out his eye and all the flies came out. I thought that was gross.
So that was sweet. But wait, you thought that was gross?
I
You're
don't
the gore hound here, not me.
I don't deal well with eyeballs.
Really?
I hate eyeball scenes, and there's a reason for that.
I thought it was pretty freaking cool.
Well, when you get stabbed in the eye with a pencil, you don't deal well with eyeballs.
Oh, that's true. You got stabbed in the eye. The lead's still there.
The graphite, yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's right. They started using lead in, like, a while ago.
Yeah,
Anyway.
some time ago. Number 2?
Candyman from the Candyman.
Probably one of Clive Barker's best film adaptation because
awesome.
Candyman was actually a story in Books of Blood. I think it was volume 1, right along with like, obviously the title story, Books of Blood, Midnight Meat Train.
Right. Midnight Meat Train is awesome.
Rawhead Rex, which I love, which obviously we'll do a Clive Barker episode at some point, much like we did Vincent Price, which I gotta find out when his birthday is so we can...
I think I looked it up, but I don't remember off the top of my head. That is annoying as fuck.
Yes, it is, I know. But anyway, so Candyman, I'm a huge fan.
Loved it. I saw it back in the 90s. when I was a kid.
I love the psychologist kill. That's my favorite kill.
Yes.
That and the toilet seat coming down on the kid and taking his packer off was pretty funny. I know that's horrible to say, but that was pretty funny.
I like the transition.
The transition.
Towards the end where she becomes...
The new Candyman.
Yeah. I thought that was pretty sweet.
That was cool. I love that movie.
So.
Alright, so number 1.
Freddy Krueger. No, I am going to be a little discriminate.
Okay.
The new one.
Okay, so Jackie Earle Haley over Robert Englund.
Right. Robert Englund's original, but Jack Earle Haley just really...
Even though you and I saw it, Robert Englund at McDonald's.
Yep.
Which was fucking weird. That was
it wasn't the Robert Englund. We're chilling at McDonald's, having
having lunch,
just whatever. And we're walking by, and then Ed's just like, "That guy looks like Robert Englund." I look, I'm like, "Holy shit!"
This dude seriously looked like
It could have been
his son. It could have been his son.
could have been his son. It could have been his doppelganger. The guy. It was
a clone. Watch out! The government is cloning us.
Uh-oh. We're in trouble.
Sorry, this is not the X-Files episode. Whoa.
Alright, well.
Okay.
And then I gotta mention something.
Okay.
Alright, because I talked to you about this and you were like, no, it's not.
Yeah, I was kind of iffy on this one.
Alright, number 23. Jim Carrey's character in the number 23.
Yeah.
Because even though it is flashbacks, it's still part of his life and it's part of the movie.
Yeah, but the thing is...
Even though he finds out through a book.
For me, I would put him into, like, list of top 5 best killers of a movie over slasher. Because I don't really look at that movie as a slasher.
Oh, it's not a slasher. It's more psychological, but even with that...
But that's what I'm getting.
There's slasher scenes.
Alright.
You know,
I'll give you that.
That's why it's an honorable mention, because we can't decide what the hell it is.
Okay. So, next up, the actual reviews. So, you want to go first, or shall I?
I'll go first.
Okay.
Alright.
Go for it.
We'll go with the 39 Steps. In which I don't have the actual movie, but I got it off of the 20 films of Hitchcock himself, which you can kind of see it. You can see his face anyway. You know what he looks like. And great film collection. Go buy it. It's like $5 at Walmart.
Woo.
Anyway, 39 Steps. Secret society based on 39 people on a certain proverbial ladder, to say. So that's why they call it the 39 Steps.
Yep.
And the secret down to the end, and then this guy goes on like this quest to go try to find out what 39 Steps is. And well, eventually, yeah, he does find out. Someone dies, and someone dies at the end, and it kind of it's just horrible because all right, the guy that tells him is the guy that can't lie. He knows everything. He knows everything. It's a sideshow act.
Okay.
And so at the end, the guy is like, "What's the 39 Steps?" And the guy who can't lie, knows everything, starts to tell him, and ends up getting shot.
Oh, boo.
But the guy that shoots him turns out to be...
That's discrimination against a guy who is like handicapped, because if you're a sideshow performer, you know, usually you're handicapped or disfigured or something.
Right.
Which, you know, I mean no disrespect, because I love sideshow performances and stuff like that.
They can get pretty freaky.
They can be.
Which is awesome. And the guy that shoots him is this big political figure who is near the top of the 39 Steps.
Yep.
And so the main character goes out on a quest to find this guy and figure out
what it is. Okay.
And so what it is the 39 Steps of politics. And I loved it.
Okay. Obviously, this is more like Hitchcock stuff.
Right.
Like, psychological thriller that you can see as the master of thrills. Which.
It's true. Even to this day, I mean.
I would say so.
It's true.
I mean, there's some guys out there who give him a run for his money, but I still don't think that they're anywhere near as good. Such as M. Night Shyamalan.
Shyamalan.
Yeah.
Sounds like a song. It's like Shyamalan Ding Dong.
His name is actually M. Night Shyamalan, but of course, after, in my opinion, The Village, everything that he's done has gone to hell.
I like The Village.
I loved The Village. Sixth Sense and The Village are like my 2 favorites that he did. I liked Unbreakable. I hated Signs. I know a lot of people really like Signs.
I didn't mind Signs.
I hated it.
I mean, I'm not a big Mel Gibson fan, but
I can't stand Mel Gibson. He irritates the hell out of me.
I didn't mind him in that kind of. It's not chick flick per se, but What Women Want. I actually like that movie.
give or take on that. But again, I'm not a big Mel Gibson fan. But the one that really broke it for me is once I heard that you stepped out of the whole thriller zone and he went into doing The Last Airbender based off that Nickelodeon cartoon. And that movie was fucking stupid.
So bad.
I really looked forward to it because it was like a kung fu movie is how they made it look on the
Yeah, and it actually made it look pretty sweet.
I'm like, this looks pretty cool. And then I saw it and I'm like, this guy's throwing fire and this guy can fly. And I'm like, am I watching like Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, or am I watching Dragon Ball Z? I was actually really upset. And I didn't like the movie. I didn't like the movie at all. Okay, anyway.
Yep.
So what is your rating on this?
8.
An 8?
It's
I've
actually
seen this
good,
movie,
but it's
but it's
okay.
been a long time, so I'm not going to
No?
give a rating because I really don't remember much of it.
I love it.
Alright, I'm up with Jacqueline Hyde, which again I mentioned is not Jekyll and Hyde, it's Jacqueline Hyde, which you can kind of see. This is from 2005. The only person that they mention on here is Gabriella Hall, who I'm not really familiar with. This movie is super loosely based on Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. And it's Jacqueline has inherited a house from her granddad, who is supposed to be the original Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. Unfortunately, he is not a doctor. He's
a master illusionist.
Master illusionist. And he starts developing the formula because he wants to live longer because his wife died. And the house is awesome. I mean, there's all kinds of like secret passages. And because he was a master illusionist, he's got like all kinds of circus and sideshow and weird taxidermy and stuff like that. So it would be a house that I could totally live in. But she finds out about Formula 55.
Which is the
formula.
The formula.
She starts taking it, and the first time she takes it, she transforms completely into a very voluptuous, beautiful woman. However, each time that she takes it, she learns that she can actually will the transformation. So, in one of them, she wills herself to become the supermodel from a magazine, and in another one, she actually wills herself to become a man.
Oh, jeez.
I mean, this movie's so fun because every other scene is either a tit shot or a porn scene or whatever. And
Piranha 3D and the Carnet of Jekyll and Hyde.
Piranha 3D didn't have sex in it; it was just a lot of tit shots.
Well, it had
This-
I don't know, it had lesbian scenes.
This movie, I was so looking forward to seeing because, as you know, and as our fans know, I love Jekyll and Hyde. It's my favorite book of all time. It's my
Jekyll and Hyde, not Jekyll and Hyde.
It's Jekyll, Dr. Jekyll.
Yeah, but you said it quickly, so it sounded like Jacqueline, not Jekyll.
Did I? My apologies.
Either way.
But
Confusing.
this movie sucked. I was so pissed off with this movie after watching it. I literally wanted to just chuck it out, but I didn't because I knew I had to do a review and I wanted to show you guys what the cover looked like. So if any of you guys wanted to see this movie, you haven't seen this.
No.
You just kind of heard my rambling of it. I give this a 2.
I'll go with you, I guess, because I hadn't seen it, but it does sound like it sucks.
Like I said, I looked so forward to watching this because I love the story, but then I saw the movie and it just blows monkey balls. This movie sucked ass.
Sounds more loosely based than Little House on the Prairie.
Oh god,
The
we're not
TV show.
even getting started on that.
I like that show.
I liked Little House on the Prairie, but I was like 5 when I watched that with my mom, like reruns of
My
it.
dad has a complete series, and I watched
Your
it.
dad?
My dad.
That doesn't scream gay at all.
What? My dad's old-fashioned. He likes Little House on the Prairie. He
Your
grew
dad.
up with it.
Okay, so you're up.
All right, Black Dahlia, and I actually got the movie.
Do you have the year? That should be on the back of it somewhere.
06.
06.
So it's actually fairly
It is fairly new.
new.
That's what, 7 years. So
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, 7 years.
So it's basically a very nice. You have to do it.
Yeah, I did. I could have blown it at you.
Don't you dare. Anyway, it's basically a Hollywood retelling of the Black Dahlia.
Yes.
These two detectives.
Is this the one with the guy? Keep going.
I think so.
Keep going.
These two detectives who are in homicide when the Black Dahlia happens, they go on investigate and they try to find out, what the hell's going on, who the Black Dahlia actually is, and just a very, it's a good movie. I'm into the Black Dahlia.
Whoa, wait a minute,
and the
wait a
whole story. What?
You said that this was the one.
Isn't it?
No, because right here. The copycat killer seems to be copying the brutal massacre of the 1940s aspiring Hollywood starlet Betty
Really?
Short. Yeah, it's right here.
Okay.
Did you watch this?
Yes.
Maybe
I
we
don't
got
know.
the disc in the wrong.
I watched it.
We got the wrong disc.
I don't think so. No, it's the disc.
Yeah, that's very
I
one.
watched it last night at oh wait, no. It was like 4 o'clock in the morning.
Were you half awake?
Half awake.
So no wonder. I've actually seen this one, and it's really kind of an interesting
I
flick.
like what I saw. I feel like such a jackass now. I shouldn't even be here.
You should have just read the back real quick first.
I feel like a jackass.
But I've seen this flick, and you're actually not too far off from what you were saying because it is a cop getting on the cold case file and he's trying to solve it, but then he finds out that there's a serial killer who's copying it. So you probably got through half of the film.
Something like that.
But I liked this, and I know a lot of people really didn't like it, which was surprising. I'm like, how did you not like it? I thought it was great that they did a copycat idea.
If there was an actual copycat killer of the Black Dahlia, we'd be screwed.
Oh, we'd be fucked.
Because I don't think they still have the technology to try to find out who it was.
No, and I'm a huge fanatic about this case. I've read numerous books on the case.
I've read the newspapers.
Yeah, I've seen
the newspapers online, and I've read them.
Yep. I've actually got some pictures somewhere that I had printed out because I did a big report.
Of the actual scene?
Yeah, the crime scene photos. Because I did a huge report my senior year and Mike Franklin had some great classes originally. They actually had a forensic class that you could take as a science class. And it counted as a science class, and it also counted as a psychology class. So I took it, and it was a blast because I did a huge project on. My binder was this full of just stuff that I'd collected. I had printed out the newspaper clippings and all that, and it was really cool. And I actually, as I mentioned to you, I have the Black Dahlia Living Dead dolls. Some of them are actually there, which I'll have put out hopefully for next episode.
These are shelves, by the way, people.
Yeah, right now we're just kind of using it as background. Sorry. But I loved this movie.
Well, I saw it, I loved it.
I'm gonna give this movie a 7.
All right, you do that.
What about you?
When I saw it, I'd go the same way.
7?
7.
All right, cool. All right, so I'm up.
Your turn. And then I saw a little bit of this when I'm walking in.
This is the remake. It's not the original, which I would have liked to have gotten the original for this. But the original is kind of hard to find. And the original is made by a guy named Fulci. So if you guys are familiar with Italian horror directors, I love Fulci. I love a lot of the Italian films that he did. I really like Zombie and House by the Cemetery was great. And I'm trying to think of the other guy's name now, who I can't think of for the life of me. Did Suspiria. When I remember, I'll let you guys know. Argento. Dario Argento. How did I forget him? I don't know how, but anyway. This is the remake of Fulci's film, The Wizard of Gore, which I don't know if you guys can really see that or not. This was done in 2008. I don't really recognize any of the names on here other than Crispin Glover, who has been in a bunch of movies. But the reason I picked this for 2 reasons. As you guys know, I'm a huge gore hound, and there's a lot of gore to this.
There is. When I saw it, you could feel multiple buckets of just gore stuff.
And the best part, it's got my girls in it. It's got Suicide Girls, who, as you know, I'm a huge fan of the Suicide Girls. I've got a bunch of their stuff. I've got their DVDs. I've got comic books, actually. A comic book, which was pretty cool. Huge Suicide Girls fan. Unfortunately, my favorite Suicide Girl does not show up in this movie, which is Nixon. I love Nixon. She's
sad face for you.
It was. Like I said, I absolutely love Nixon. I actually met her at a horror convention. Which was
really?
Cool. Yeah. It was really cool.
We need to go to that this year.
Yeah, I want to. I really.
All right. We're planning on it, and if we do, we're gonna videotape it.
We're gonna
have a little special.
Yeah, it'll probably be like a two 2-hour, 3-hour thing.
Something like, yeah, we're just gonna go around. We're gonna try to meet some of the people. Try to get some.
We probably won't get to
stuff.
interview the guest, which is kind of shitty. We'll try to videotape them at least and be like, there's so and so and there's so and so.
Right, but
which a lot of the people coming this year, which kind of bums me out, is people from The Walking Dead. Which I do like the show, but if it's going to be like a bunch of those guys. Although there is, for those of you who watch Bones, the guy who plays the really morbid doctor who chills out with Bones, he's going to be there. He was also in Shark Night 3D. He was in that. He was the kind of nerdy guy who was trying to get with the blonde the whole freaking movie. So if you've seen the movie, you probably know the guy I'm talking about.
I think so, yeah.
Alright, so anyway, back to Wizard of Gore. Really interesting film. It's about a reporter, and him and his girlfriend are out on Halloween night, and they're checking out all the festivities, and they get a flyer about seeing this magician who calls himself the Wizard of Gore. And they go and they see him, and he actually kills his assistant, which just turns out to be a bunch of strippers. Played by the Suicide Girls, by the way. And he's mutilating them and everything, and then at the end of the show, poof, they're alive. So you're like, oh, that's a great trick. Then you find out the next day that the girls did die in the exact manner that he killed them.
Which is just horrible. He actually kills him. Well, he doesn't kill himself, but he actually does things to himself.
Yeah, he does. With the light bulb.
The
big fluorescent bulb.
Yeah,
he's like swallowing it and snaps it off and everything, which was really cool.
And he's like all bleeding and stuff, and he just wipes it off and throws it at somebody.
Yeah, it was actually at the reporter.
Oh, okay.
And really weird film. I mean, this has such an unusual twist.
I thought it was cool. I didn't see the end, but I thought it was pretty sweet.
The movie itself, it's more of a gore fest than an actual story, which is fine with me because I do like my gore.
As we know.
So for me, I give this movie an 8 out of 10, and I would go higher strictly for the Suicide Girl factor if Nixon was in the movie.
Darn you.
Fun fact, one of the Suicide Girls, and I didn't know this until actually watching this movie, has a prosthetic leg.
Sweet.
She had, I don't know if she was in a car accident or what, but her leg was amputated, and she's got a prosthetic. And they actually used that in the movie with him sawing off her leg, and I thought that was really cool. Because she said to the director, she's like, I got a prosthetic leg, is there any way that we can use that? And he says, yeah, let's do it. And I thought that was really cool.
Sweet.
And I love this movie. Absolutely love this movie.
What do you give it?
I give it an 8 out of 10. I already said that.
Alright. I'm just...
Stupid?
Yes. I'm just stupid today, everybody. It's just going to happen.
What about you? You saw most of it.
I saw most of it. What I saw... I mean, I missed the ending, unfortunately, because, like you said, it was a really cool twist.
It is a really cool
And I love twists.
You remember the creepy, he almost looked like a homeless guy that was there before, and he like ripped the pigeon head off. Come to find out, he's the true Wizard of Gore. He's the one who's been doing all the magic. The other guy really...
Is just there for stand-up. He's the assistant.
Pretty much.
The assistant who plays the Wizard of Gore.
Pretty much. It's
killing other assistants.
They did a different variation on the twist of it. Like, I'm just giving a gist real quick, but it was a really cool twist.
That's pretty
Alright, so what do you give it?
I give it an 8. 7. No, 7. Because I missed it. Missed a lot of it. So I'll give it a 7.
Okay.
I missed it.
Alright, so that brings us to comparison. 1932 Frankenstein, starring the immortal Boris Karloff.
Who is amazing.
And when people think Frankenstein, that's typically the Frankenstein.
It's the Frankenstein I think of.
Most think, you know, the green skin, flat top, bolts out of the neck kind of thing.
I also think that in the Mel Brooks one.
Oh, jeez. Well, he wasn't too far off. I mean, he was very similar too. Although I think he was blue-skinned. I think they painted him blue in the movie.
I'm blue.
Oh, Jesus. No Eiffel 65. And then we've got the 1996 Mary Shelley's, starring Robert De Niro as the
really
monster.
Good. And Robert De Niro is a great actor anyway.
He is, and I really liked him in this because he looked more like a true human, and he could talk and everything like in the book. And I really liked that. And I liked the fact too that in this one it wasn't split into 2 movies. Because they did with the...
Now, we've talked about this.
Yes.
And the reason that I think that they split into 2 movies, because how long is the Robert De Niro one? How long was that? 3?
Almost 3 hours, yeah.
Well, think of it, back in the 1930s, they
could have easily done that.
You think so?
Well, Metropolis alone. I mean, a lot of movie theaters actually cut the film there because it was almost 3 hours, and they lost a lot of footage because of that. And
But
they found a lot.
I was gonna say they re-released it, didn't they, with all the footage or
What
most
they
of it?
found of it, yeah, and it's almost 3 hours.
Franklin Theaters probably got something hiding it.
I love Metropolis. It's a good movie. I gotta review that one at some point. I really
Didn't
do.
you?
No, I was going to, but the player wasn't reading it correctly. It was supposed to be
Oh,
that
that's right.
movies.
And
then we had a last minute switch, and it ended up being Repo and The Devil's Carnival. So
which were good because
I liked both those movies, and you liked both those movies. You loved Repo.
I love Repo
And I loved Devil's
and I love
Carnival.
Alexa Vega.
Yes,
Admit it.
I know you want her.
Don't go there.
Admit it, you want her. Dude, you saw the pictures probably from the shit he kills, and you're like, oh my god.
She's single. She's only like 20 something.
Yeah, she was married and divorced already.
Yeah, I know. She's what? She's 20.
21.
21.
21.
So she's not too much older than me.
No.
I mean, I'm 19, going on 20. So
No, she's a cutie. I'm not gonna lie. She's a good-looking girl.
celebrity crush.
Dude, my celebrity crush is actually with some NBA player now.
Really?
Yeah, I had a wicked celebrity crush on Elijah Dushku from. She was in the Buffy the Vampire Slayer show. She played Faith.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I love her. She was in Dollhouse,
Yeah.
which I thought was a cool show. True Calling, and she was in the actually a couple of horror flicks. She was in the first Wrong Turn. Gag. That fucking movie.
Watched it.
Yeah, the
Reviewed it.
only reason I watched that movie was because my penis kept telling me to go because she was in it. She was like, "You can do this." My penis kept telling me, "You can do this."
You
can
have
do
a
this."
wife.
This was before I had a wife.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say you're married.
I know,
And
I know, but this was before I had a
I
wife.
don't even have a girlfriend. So.
Dude, and the thing is, she loves the blonde guy from Buffy, Spike, the blonde man.
It seems like that's all I hear about when we talk about Buffy. Either I hear about Sarah Michelle Gellar's character, Buffy, or Spike, and I'm like, I didn't really watch the show.
She is so into Spike that I stopped at Mr. M's, and he had just gotten a ton of new comic books, and there were a ton of Spike comic books. There was just Spike, and then there was Spike versus Dracula.
Wow, that was kind of
And I got her the whole stack of them for an anniversary gift.
Yeah, so nice.
When we were dating, I got her as an anniversary gift. And she loved them. She was ecstatic.
So, all right, well, we got off course again.
Yeah, I'm sorry, guys. Anyway, so which one did you like better?
I like the old one.
You're going Boris Karloff?
I'm going Boris Karloff because.
See, this is when it's so hard because I love both of these movies, but just due to the factor of, and I've said it numerous times, of why I somewhat dislike the original, I'm gonna go with De Niro because it is the full book. It's the full story. I'd rather watch 3 hours or almost 3 hours of the full story than have to do it in 4 hours but watch two different films.
And if I remember right, this is Mary Shelley's. This is like one of her only.
She didn't direct it.
No, but I meant like. Well,
She did a couple of other stories, but no.
But yeah, this is like her biggest one.
To Frankenstein. It's kind of
But
like
I actually read it.
It's
It's
kind of
a
like
good
Bram
book.
Stoker. I mean, everybody
Right.
knows him for Dracula. And the thing is, he did a bunch of great horror stories. And my personal favorite, I love Dracula. Don't get me wrong, but my favorite is Lair of the White Worm,
I haven't read it.
which I have the movie, and that's actually coming up in one of the upcoming weeks. I think that's in episode 15, actually. that I've
It's
got.
already up. God damn it! You're way ahead of me.
I'm always way ahead of
I'm
you.
gonna catch up to you. I'm gonna bypass you, and I'm gonna do 20. I'm gonna get 20 done today.
I'll probably have 20 done today, too.
God damn it!
I usually try to get them done as quickly as I possibly can so I know what movies I need to watch. And I try to take a couple of notes here and there. Like if I watch them ahead of time, which I do sometimes.
Behind the scenes factoid, everybody.
Huh?
Behind the scenes factoid.
Yeah, I was a behind the scenes factor. So that just leaves Artist of the Week.
All right,
which was my choice.
Yeah.
These guys have been on the scene since 1977.
Forever.
So same year as Star Wars, for those of you who are Star Wars fans like me.
Not me.
Yeah, that's because you're a bitch.
I don't like Star Trek either, so it's not like you can hate me.
I don't like Star Trek that much. I've watched a little bit of it. My wife, on the other hand, is way too Trekkie.
You know what's funny though? I mean, I don't like Star Wars so much, but I like all the parodies.
I love the parodies too. I love the parodies. Like I love the Robot Chicken.
Spaceballs.
Spaceballs. I thought
Love
was hilarious.
Spaceballs.
Okay, but anyway, these guys Music-wise, they're still around to this day. They've had a couple of lineup changes. I know a lot of people either are really for the original incarnation of the band or they're for the second. A lot of people kind of seem to not like this new version, which is fine with me because I like the new version. I like actually all of them, but I'm not gonna lie, I loved the second incarnation the most because that's when I came into liking this band. And the band has had hits like Astro Zombies, Mommy, Can I Go Out and Kill Tonight? Skulls, which is probably one of my favorite, and my all-time favorite, Dig Up Her Bones. For those of you who know exactly what I'm talking about, and I know you know because we talked about it a little bit, the band is the Misfits. They started out as a hardcore punk band, but they had horror themes and they wore kind of like a corpse paint like a lot of the black metal bands and Alice Cooper would do. But they had their own styling of it, and they created their own hairstyle with the devil lock. They pulled the hair forward and they had it like almost like a big point. And obviously the original incarnation had Glenn Danzig, along with like Jerry Only and Jerry's brother Doyle. And they broke up, I think, in the late 70s to early 80s. Glenn went on to do another band called Sam Hain, which was more of a metal kind of act, but it still had that kind of punk sound. And a lot of record producers were like, no, this isn't quite what we're looking for. And then towards the end, he really kind of transitioned more into a goth, metal, bluesy kind of sound. And a producer talked to him about doing a solo band. That's when the band Danzig was created.
I've heard Danzig.
Jerry attempted to get Glenn to come back to the Misfits, and it almost happened, but there was a fight, and they went on their separate ways, and that was when Michael Grave came in as the singer, and I love Michael Grave. He's probably my favorite singer, and I know that there was another guy before Michael Grave, but I can't think of his name for the life of me. And Michael was with him for quite some time. And he actually wrestled with him too. They were on WCW for a while. And they wrestled alongside Vampiro.
Which is your favorite
I love
wrestler?
Vampiro. Favorite wrestler of all time. Michael eventually left. And it was Jerry took over on vocals. And it became a four-piece band. And this really surprised me. I was actually at the show that this happened at. Doyle came out and played a few songs, and then he set his guitar down, and it looked like he was going to get a drink of water, and he just left. And he quit the band right then and there.
Oh, wow.
And it became a three-piece, which Jerry's still singing and playing bass. And Doyle's got his own band going on, which actually Glenn is producing the band.
Oh, sweet.
The band is called Gorgeous Frankenstein. And
I think I've heard of them.
And
Very underground.
Yeah, they're definitely far more underground than either Danzig or the Misfits. And as much as I love the Misfits and as much as I love Danzig, I bought the first Gorgeous Frankenstein album, self-titled, and I fucking love it. Like, I could easily listen to that just over and over again compared to the Misfits or Danzig. And I have the Misfits and I have Danzig's albums. But listening to Gorgeous Frankenstein, it's back to that kind of raw power that the Misfits originally had. And I loved it. And the cool thing is, Doyle is actually now in Danzig's band.
Oh, sweet.
Playing guitar with Danzig as well. So he's got both things going.
Right.
And I don't know what went down. I guess that Jerry and Doyle had some issues. I don't know what was going on, but they're brothers, so I can't imagine that they're...
Sibling rivalry.
It very well could be. It might have been the fact that Jerry doesn't talk to Glenn, from what I've gathered. Like, a lot of people have told me that they don't talk. But Doyle and Glenn have always been good friends, so I think it kind of had something to do with that. But I don't know. So anyway, that's episode 11. I don't think there's anything else.
Actually, there's something I wanted to talk about.
So,
all right, the Marilyn Manson and
Alice Cooper. The Walking Nightmare tour.
Yep, they were down at
Meadowbrook. Yep.
And actually, I didn't go see them because I had to work that night, and I was kind of ticked. But
same here.
I had a buddy who's about in his 60s.
Yep.
And very British. He's from Manchester, England.
Oh, Jesus.
But he went and go watch them. He loves Marilyn Manson. He loves Alice Cooper, and they actually did a duet on stage.
What did they?
I can't remember the song, but
that's like
in between the transition where Alice Cooper was coming in, Marilyn Manson was going out.
Yep.
They did a duet, and then they switched places.
Well, the thing that pissed me off, my dad's got a guy he works with, and the guy's niece had tickets to go see the show, and he had tickets to take her to go see the show. And he had one guy that was supposed to go, but he bailed out. And he offered the ticket to my dad.
Yeah.
And my dad says, I've seen Cooper, I'm not really into Manson. If you're just looking to get rid of the ticket, my kid would love to go. And the guy told my dad, well, I was hoping that you'd come and try to keep me company because I'm not really into this. And I'm like, dude, if you had just gotten a ticket, I would have called out of work. I would have seen this fight.
I would have called out of work for that.
I mean, this is two of the all-time, in my opinion, greatest shock rockers.
Finish what you were saying.
The only one that might rank up there, in my opinion, that might beat out that just the stage antics, not so much the singing factor, might be Guar.
Guar's pretty awesome.
Because Guar's stage antics are hilarious. They pull people out of the audience, they feed them to monsters, they spray fake blood and piss on people. I mean, it's great. I've seen Guar a couple of times in concert. And actually, the first time that I saw him, I thought I broke my nose. Because I'm in the pit and this kid's throwing his arms around me, smashing me right in the face, and blood's just pouring out of my nose. I thought he broke my nose.
They just whack it really hard.
He just whacked it hard, and I didn't blame him or anything. I mean, I know the danger of climbing into the pit. So but it was a great show. I loved it. It was them and Shadows Fall actually.
Really?
It was the Sounds of the Underground tour, and they were the headline.
I would love to see that.
Oh, it was awesome. It was my first time seeing Slipknot actually outside of Ozfest, which was really cool. Who else was there? Gizmachi was there, who I haven't seen since Ozfest of 05.
Too long.
The really weird one that threw me off, because I hadn't even heard of these guys, and now they're like a huge fucking band over here, was Cradle of Filth.
I've heard of them.
I had never heard of them over here at the time when I saw them and things like that, and they weren't a huge band over here at the time. But like right afterwards, they just exploded. They became like a huge thing. And I love Cradle of Filth. Great band.
I also want to talk about our talk about the people that talk about us.
Oh yes.
You were talking to me about this, and I was a little skeptic, but then I was like, no, it's awesome because they talked about us.
There's actually two that we've done. One was via the YouTube page.
Yeah.
With a wonderful gentleman who really enjoyed the show. To the point where he actually sent a message to my YouTube account stating that the show was a breath of fresh air on YouTube, and that he couldn't believe that we had so few views because of all the other crap that's on YouTube that people just watch.
There's so much crap on YouTube.
And it's true.
They should make a separate site and just call it Bad YouTube. Because
CrapTube is what
Crap
they
Tube.
They should be like Jay and Silent Bob, call it moviepoopshoot.com. Because, I mean, seriously, I've seen so many stupid videos. I mean, okay, they're funny like the first one or two times, but you can't watch it again after that. Like, I'm sure you've seen it, the fat black chick sitting on the toilet. Have you seen that video?
I think so.
Where she's just sitting there and she's sitting on the toilet. Sitting on the toilet. I mean, it's that.
It's stupid.
It's fucking stupid, but you can't help but laugh because of how fucking stupid it is. But there are some great videos on YouTube. I'm not going to doubt that.
Yeah.
Epic Beard Guy.
Epic Beard Guy. Shreds Guy.
Have you seen Epic Beard Guy?
I've seen Epic Beard Guy.
Epic Beard Guy is fucking awesome.
Yes.
I wouldn't fuck with him.
No.
I definitely would not fuck
I
with
would be like, oh, dude.
him. So, he was the first one. And the second one I found out through my Vampire Freaks account.
Yeah.
Which was really cool. A friend of mine was telling me to check out this internet podcast called fearchat.com.
Oh, it's Fear Chat.
Yeah.
I thought it was Horror Chat.
Or Horror Chat, I'm sorry, not Fear Chat.
You're messing me up.
And I'm messing you guys up too. I'm sorry, guys. It's horrorchat.com. And they have a podcast, and it's not a very long one. It's usually about a half hour, 45 minutes.
Unlike ours, which is going on 45.
Yeah. It was really interesting. I'm listening to them, and they've got, kind of like us, they do a couple of reviews. They do horror news, which they're definitely more up to date on horror news than I am, because I kind of only seem to find the mainstream stuff, which pisses me off.
I got the stuff on my iPod, and I'll take notes.
But we will be doing a horror news within the next episode, hopefully.
Yeah, we're working on it. It's a little new segment to make your time with us longer.
Not only that, but a little more entertaining and hopefully a little more horror, because I know we get off topic a lot.
We do, and that's one thing that they did say.
Yeah, that was their only real complaint.
And I just want to say, is we get off topic, sure, but this is what you see is totally unthought of, unscripted. And it's basically just us talking.
And you listen.
And you listening to us just blabber on about whatever the hell.
And you know, maybe that's how you want to waste your time on YouTube, because some people do like the review shows, other people don't, whatever. So.
But I think of it's a review show, but it's also kind of a talk show.
It really is.
Because we just go on and on and on and on and on about whatever.
You know, we haven't had any guests in a while, which kind of bums me out. We've tried to bring on a couple of guests.
We've tried, and we're not bringing Johnny back, by the way. Sorry, Johnny.
I don't mind if Johnny comes back personally, if he can stay off topic.
Just no comics, please.
I mean, if he can do a horror comic book, like, you know, he can talk about like 30 Days of Night, like I did with.
He's probably gonna watch this, you know.
He probably will.
Oh.
He's
Johnny, we like you, but you just comic books and horror. And
it's not that they don't go hand in hand.
They don't go hand. Well, no, but it's the fact that he wants to talk about like superheroes and.
Well, we kind of did with Faust.
I didn't like that movie.
That movie was good.
I told you I didn't like that movie.
Yeah, I know you did. I like that movie though. The movie was fun.
I like the original.
But you like the birds, and I don't like that, so.
Whatever.
And according to you, Born is like one of the greatest movies.
The Bird?
No, Born.
Oh, shut up! That was when I was like 2 years after watching it. And I remembered all the good parts.
Dude, what good parts? There was one.
All right, the good part. The good part.
And it's all of like this long.
Maybe I don't know. My imagination runs wild when I watch horror movies, so maybe it turned out better in my mind than I thought.
Obviously, because this movie sucks.
Such a horrible movie.
That movie sucks.
That and the movie in which we will not speak of. The one that's kind of like Trucks, but way more horrible.
Oh God.
Let's not speak of it.
Well, too late. You already have.
Well, not speak of the name.
The name that shall be not be mentioned.
Exactly. So, but
there's some that are like that.
Or not.
Okay, so.
Or .net called us the new guys.
Yeah,
we're the new guys on the block, everybody.
Yeah, we're the new guys on the block, and they seem to like us, which I was quite happy with.
Yeah.
I was actually quite surprised too to hear about that.
Good thing.
And they love the fact that we're very opposite on our taste. And they like the fact that when we bicker, they like that we bicker.
Bickering's always fun.
And they like it when we call each other names, apparently. The one thing that they actually played a clip, and it was from I think it was episode 2.
Okay.
From when you mentioned Blue's Clues and fucking loser.
Of course.
Which seems to be everybody's.
Which is that's one of our scenes.
Everybody seems to like that one.
That's one of the hallmarks.
All right, episode 11.
You got yours.
Now complete. We're now going to be.
We're going to try to do this weekly
12.
thing
We're
again.
going to try to be a little more diligent on
No 3-week
intervals.
Because you've gotten a couple of messages saying, "Hey, what happened?"
I have, and I've gotten a couple of very angry messages where people have been pissed that we're taking so long. So I apologize for that. And
apologies all around.
So with episode 12,
just before 13.
What are your 2 movie choices?
I'm doing all right. I know you're gonna get mad at me for this because I know you hate the series. And when I first saw it, actually just kind of scared me a bit because I don't like ghosts and I'm scared and I'm stupid. Paranormal Activity 2. We gotta do something with it because it's there and we're just going around it.
All right.
But I'm doing a goodie also with that.
You're doing a goodie.
The Postman Always Rings Twice.
Okay.
With Jack Nicholson. So.
Okay. So mine.
What are you gonna do?
My first choice, I'm doing another Suicide Girl flick.
Of course.
Which is Suicide Girls Must Die. And my second one, which I'd actually mentioned in episode 10, because I thought it was this one, but I screwed up. It's actually episode 12. Is the Slaughter Vomit Dolls.
All right.
Which I am super stoked about because for modern horror directors, the guy who directed this is one of my new favorites. His name is Lucifer Valentine.
Lucifer Valentine. That is not.
That is his legitimate name.
If that is not an oxymoron, I don't know what it is.
That is his legitimate name.
Because it's like the devil, Valentine's Day.
There was a massacre on Valentine's Day, so it works.
It's true, but still, it's like it just sounds like an oxymoron to me.
I don't know, but I love this movie, and I gotta stop. Sorry,
we're not doing a review on it.
We're not doing the review right now. Sorry, guys.
Anyway,
and we need. It's your turn to pick Artist of the Week.
Right, and I got mine picked, but we got to do a little research first.
Yep. And
our top 5.
Top 5.
Now, this is my pick, so we're doing horror media, not just movies, but movies, books, TV shows,
video games, so on.
Right. Automobiles, vehicles.
Any kind of vehicle.
Any kind of vehicle that scared us or has been used to scare others.
Okay. Cool. Cool.
So it doesn't necessarily have to be self-driven.
All right. So that's cool. And we need a comparison.
And I was gonna let you pick this one
Oh, I'm gonna
because this
All right.
I want to get back on that where we both pick something each week.
Let me think for a second. Oh, I got one.
Okay.
This one's going to actually be fun for me because I like both of these films, so this is going to be a difficult one for me. And we're doing a domestic and a foreign against each other again, kind of like what we did with Ju-on and The Grudge.
Oh, sweet.
We're going to do the original Swedish version, which is Let the Right One In, which is a vampire flick. And we're going to do the American remake that came out like 2 years later, which was Let Me In.
Okay.
Which has the girl who played Hit Girl from Kick-Ass.
Okay, yeah.
She's in the flick.
Oh, sweet.
Which I love Kick-Ass really. And what the hell? Johnny's not here and we're fucking talking about comic books again. God
I
damn
should
it.
just slap you.
God damn it.
Just whack.
But anyway, so that will be hopefully in a few weeks.
We're gonna try to shoot for next week. We're gonna shoot.
We're
for
gonna
next
shoot
week.
for next week.
But
I've got the feeling it'll be within a couple of weeks, only because you're still kind of with the whole working overnight shift. You're like
No, I'm getting good with the staying up. It's just I sleep during the day.
I should have bought that devil ring, by the way.
The devil ring?
Yeah, remember when we went to the hobby shop and we saw that devil ring?
Oh Jesus!
I should have
Yeah.
bought that. That thing was awesome.
That one wanted way too much.
They wanted way too much for a lot of that.
There's a hobby shop in town that was selling a mummy, the little mummy in the case.
Yeah, but the sarcophagus
It was about
so
this
big.
big, yeah.
So big.
And what she want? $18 for it?
$10.
$10 for it. And I found something that piqued my interest because I'm a car freak.
I almost bought that Godzilla game, by the way.
Oh really?
I was very tempted to buy that Godzilla game.
It was only like a couple
$6.
more. $6.
Yeah.
Anyway,
It wasn't bad.
found this
Considering
fully
that,
detailed.
GameStop wants $17.99 for a used copy of it.
GameStop sucks anyway
They do suck.
because they give you shit for the games you give, and then
They charge.
overcharge you on the crap you're buying.
Yeah, like if you want.
That's what I buy from Walmart. What's that
What
price?
is it? Persona 4 that just came out for, or what came out a while ago for PlayStation 2. I
Oh
think.
jeez, yeah, that's a long time ago.
That one fucking almost $30 for a used copy. Yeah.
Is it rare? Is it patched in gold?
And it fucking doesn't make a sandwich for me. That's enough, so no, this thing I wouldn't pay $30 for. But the one that really shocked me because I almost bought it was Street Fighter Alpha versus Marvel. It was one of those Capcom.
Oh, okay, that's.
And it was like $80 for a used copy.
All right, that's got to be made in gold.
It's
For me to buy it,
rare.
it's gotta be made in gold.
Super rare.
Oh, okay. Well,
There were only something like 1,500 copies made. It's wicked rare.
sweet.
And I almost bought it, and I'm like, I'm not going to do it.
At the hobby shop, I'm sure you saw me peeking at it, and I walked away from it.
The model car.
Right, it was a fully detailed Chevy Chevelle SS in 1/24 scale.
Yep.
And it was my favorite color with the red with the black stripes.
I thought I got red stripes.
No, it was black stripes.
Oh, okay.
And it was just a beautiful model. If it wasn't in a box, because it wasn't in a box, it was dusty, it was dirty. One wanted $25 for it, and I was like, I love the car, but I'm not pay $25 for it. I can go to another place and get it for like 15. Because I bought the same type of model car.
Yeah.
It was a '57 Corvette for $20 in the box, perfect condition, brand new. And I'm like, I'm not going to pay $25 for something like that. So anyway, I was almost getting ripped off.
Yeah, I mean that devil ring I
Oh,
was
yeah.
checking out, they wanted like $30 for it. I'm like, I'm not paying that.
Ridiculous.
So I think that pretty much covers everything.
That's this episode, I believe, and at a 53-minute mark.
And I don't think that there's much else to show. I haven't really gotten anything new
No,
from the
I mean-
collection, unfortunately.
But he is going to be putting up more stuff with these big ass shelves. We
Yep.
finally got up the
But
stairs.
we will introduce you to somebody who's new to the family, and he's chilling out with us actually.
Oh, all right, you're gonna. All right, sweet. You know, I actually forgot about him.
Say hello to Sheldon. He's just hanging out with us now. This is his living quarters. He's become the unofficial horror mascot.
Of your office.
Yeah, he chills out here. Although right now he's kind of giving us the evil eye.
He's like, what are you doing to me?
He sees us come by his cage and he thinks it's feeding time. All right, so
that's about it, I'd say. Like we said, we got these big ass shelves.
Yeah, big shelving units. These will be. Yeah, I appreciate that. So say bye, Jay.
Bye, guys.
Later.